I'm back today to review some more of my Costco.com makeup finds. I did do a Dear Dahlia review of the liquid blush and eyeshadow crayon, which I will link so you can check that out. The rest of the products, I think we can get through the rest today with the exception of maybe some of the lip products because we have a couple duplicates of those. But I think we can get through everything else. I did put a base of foundation and eyebrows on because I didn't get anything from Costco that was that. Just to review really quickly, here's what we have. We have the Hints Beauty makeup pouch. We have the Galactic Essential Eye Palette. We have the Hailey's Beauty Repop Blush and Reveal Mascara. Let's start with the Galactic Eyeshadow Palette and go from there. Here's what the inside of the palette looks like on first glance. We have a whole top row of shimmer shades and a whole bottom row of matte shades. And at the top, this lace shimmer is actually a cream topper as well. So it's a little bit different formula than the rest of the shades in the palette according to the website. Now I do want to mention, I'll go ahead and get started applying and just talk while I apply. I started by priming my eyelids with the Glamlight Icing Eye Primer. So I'm going to start and use the color Skin to go into the crease. And I'm going to talk while we apply because I just wanted to mention that after I purchased this, I mentioned in the first video, I purchased this for $25, which is like half the price of it at the Galactic website. After I purchased it, it went on sale for like $12. And then the other day, yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, it was marked down to $9.97, which I believe at Costco means it's going away. So once it's gone, I think it's gone. So unfortunately, this is already sold out, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't just buy another palette at the $9.97 price, which included shipping and handling, by the way. But I hadn't tried it yet, so I didn't want to buy it before I knew if I was going to like it. And of course, I don't need a second one. It would be for a gift, but I didn't necessarily have anyone in mind to purchase it for either. So that it was that's why I didn't buy it, because it would be kind of silly, kind of excessive. But anyway, so I don't think it will be back at Costco.com. But that's the thing about buying the makeup at Costco.com is you kind of have to get it when it's there, and it probably isn't coming back. They don't seem to constantly have a stock. So it is like a seasonal rotation. Okay, I've just used the color Skin to kind of build up a base in the crease. And I have to say, so far, it's very nicely pigmented, very easy to blend, feels nice, soft, buttery. I'm really liking it. I'm going to add a little more to the outer corner. And then let me tell you, so some of the other products I'm showing you today are currently still available, and they are on sale, including the Duo blushes are on sale for like $6.97. So again, the Hailey's Beauty, that probably means that they're going to go away and not come back, but we'll have to test them out and see if they're worth running to buy them with shipping and handling included for only $6.97. And I think the mascara is on sale for $12.97 for the 2-pack. So we'll try that out. I'm going to go into the shade Spice now and concentrate that more on just the outer corner. But I'm going to switch to a little bit smaller brush for that. Now I'll just do the same on the other side. Now I'm just going to take a smudger brush and use that Bark shade, which looks like it looks like a dark brownish shade. I'm going to take that Bark shade and smudge that out along the lash line. So far I've only tested out the mattes, but I really enjoy this formula so far. They look beautiful. They work really nicely. They have a nice amount of pigmentation. They have a great blend. It's really soft. So we'll have to make sure to try some of these shimmers. but so far I'm really happy with the mattes. Just working on the other eye here to make them match as best I can. I'm going to add just a little bit of the bark to the underneath the lower lash line as well. I can see why they call it the essential palettes, because it really does have that depth of the lights to the dark, and you have it in shimmer and matte, and then they're kind of like a more brown neutral shade, but then you also do have a little bit more color with these kind of pink and purple shades at the end. So we'll have to incorporate those as well too. This twinkle shade looks really beautiful in the pan. So I actually want to, let's swatch it first. It's a pretty pink color with just a hint of shimmer in it when it's kind of swatched out. I actually, to be quite honest, I don't think that will be the most flattering shade next to my inner corner. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the shade Slate next to it. Slate is more of a foiled color than a shimmery glitter color, but I actually really like it. It's kind of a taupe color, almost has a little bit of hint of mauve to it, but it's kind of a taupe color that reminds me of MAC's Satin Taupe, which used to be one of my favorite shades of all time. So I'm actually going to use Slate next. And I'm going to use a BK Beauty 203 brush, which is like a flat shader brush. I'm going to use that and see how it picks up with a brush versus my finger to start with. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's really pretty. I like that a lot. This is what it looks like with Slate. I didn't go quite all the way over to the inner part of my eye. I'm going to go back in with the matte Ballet shade and put that closer to the inner corner just to bring a little bit more of an ombre effect, a little more lightness to the look on the inner corner. Well, actually more like the inner third, not really just the corner. And I think that gave a really beautiful effect. I think that Slate shade would actually also be a really beautiful kind of one and done eyeshadow color as well. If you just put that on the lid, maybe used another one in the crease and just did only that one color, I think it'd be really beautiful. I used to wear Satin Taupe kind of as a one and done color from MAC, and I loved it so much. I got my sister hooked on it. It's such a beautiful, flattering shade, especially for brown eyes. But it's just really wearable, but gives a nice impact. Now, we can't forget the cream topper shade. So I actually want to swatch that. So this is the shade Lace in the cream topper shade. It definitely feels creamy. It doesn't have too much impact. Just has a nice reflective property to it. Very, almost, with that cream, it gives almost that wet look. It is, let me just show you my fingers so you can see. Maybe you can't see, if you can see, there's a ton, after wiping off my finger, there are a ton of glitter particles in that one, which is totally cool. It's in the shimmer section, but I'm going to use it on a pencil brush here. This is the Alexis Vogel pencil brush, and I'm going to apply it just to the inner corners. This pencil brush doesn't want to pick it up, so I'm going to switch to a Real Techniques detailer brush. And this has firmer bristles. So let's see if that works to pick it up. That brush didn't really work to pick it up either. I'm going to try this BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A505 brush, which is like a paddle style brush. I'll try this, and if this one doesn't pick it up, I'll just do it with my finger. This brush worked better for picking up the formula. I'm going to take a little bit on my finger and see if I can build it up. That worked a little bit better. Overall, I'm very happy with how this look turned out. I'm going to go ahead and call it good for now and move on to the mascara to check that out. Now we're going to try out the Hailey's Beauty Reveal Mascara in the shade Black. And again, this was a 2-pack, but you got 2 of the same mascaras. These are cruelty-free and vegan. Here's what the tube looks like. So let's go ahead and check it out and see if it's worth you running over to Costco while they are available and on sale and going away. So here's what the brush looks like. It's a skinny curved wand, a little bit unique to any that I've ever seen. It's much thinner than the average mascara wand. According to Hailey's Beauty, this is the mascara for stubborn straight lashes. Okay, this is already talking my language here. This is a lengthening mascara that promises to lift, lengthen, and hold your curl all day long. The premium curved wand separates and coats every lash with innovative weightless Korean formula for dough-like feathery lashes that won't droop, smudge, clump, or flake. It says this mascara contains a nourishing blend of vegan collagen, keratin, marula oil, castor oil, and it lightly coats each lash to condition and protect them. So it's a lengthening formulation, perfect for straight lashes. Let's see how it works. It feels very soft and light and fluffy when I'm applying it. Like it just kind of glides, like I said. It glides right over the lashes. I don't really get any resistance on application. So it almost feels like nothing going on though. So it's really interesting. But boy, does it seem to be lengthening them. I definitely see the lift, but what I don't see is a curl without using a eyelash curler. Apply a little to the bottom lashes. Okay, so here is the eye with the mascara. Here is the eye without the mascara. We'll have to test to see if it truly doesn't smudge and flake like it claims, but if that's the case, I think this is great for the lower lash line mascara. It really lengthens them without being messy, and I feel like I don't have to worry too much about getting the mascara all over, like smudges underneath the lash line like you do with some other mascaras, and the brush being that small petite size made it fit really nicely in that area of my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so when I first opened the mascara wand, it had a nice amount of product on it. I didn't have to double dip to reapply for the top and bottom. I got a nice amount. All I did was put it back in and that was kind of the first time I opened it, right? So all I did was put it back in, and this time a lot more product came out on the brush. So I'm guessing what happened is that the first time I opened it, it had just a small amount on the brush because in packaging it went in and that was it. So I took it out the first time, it had a good amount of product. I put it back in to refill it. It came out again for that second time with too much product on it. And you can see that it became kind of a clumpy. It definitely still elongated the lashes, but I can feel there's too much product, and the lashes are now sticking together, and it's getting those little spider balls and spidery legs and balls at the end. And even on the lower lash line, after I got a lot of product off of the top, it happened to the lower lash line as well. Now, I've seen some people go in and wipe off the mascara wand so that it's clean and then put it back in. I'm not going to do that every time. It's too messy. It's wasteful. You get mascara everywhere and then you have to, throw it away. So I think if you cleaned off the wand, or you make sure to not have too much product on the applicator on the little wand, then it will work. But once it starts getting too much, which it doesn't even look like it has too much, but apparently it does, because it's so thin. The first one, it was like air, like nothing applying it. The second time, it was kind of pulling and dragging and like clumping those hairs together. So I will have to give this Haley's Reveal Mascara another try. Now I'll let it, now that it's open, I'll let it sit. I'll play with it, but I definitely wouldn't run out and purchase this even for a lower lash line mascara. Like, definitely, I don't even on the sale price, even getting 2 for $12.97, I just wouldn't run out and get it. There are so much better mascaras out there. So let's move on to the blush and see if we can get a hit there. Okay, first, I don't want to really apply more on my left eye, but I just feel like they don't look like they match at all. So I'm going to apply a little to the left eye. Something else we just learned, it is not buildable. Once it dries, don't try to add more. It just makes a mess. Okay, moving on to the blush. Let's see if we can have a find here. Okay, so we have the Repop blush, and it came in a 2-pack of 2 different colors. So the shades are Love Bite and Tan Lines. These are nice big pans of blush, and this one is the shade Love Bite. And let's also take a look at Tan Lines. So this Tan Lines is a bit more of a peachy brown shade, and this is kind of a dusty, the Love Bite is kind of a dusty mauve shade. I was actually hoping that the Tan Lines might work as a bronzer, just based off guessing, but it's definitely not going to. I'm going to go with the Love Bite shade because I think it closely matches the Essential Eye Palette that we used today. I'm going to take a BK Beauty 108 brush. This is a little bit smaller, more concentrated blush. This is a little bit smaller, more concentrated blush brush. You can use it for other things, but for blush, it's a little more concentrated. So it will help us see how pigmented this Haley's blush is. It's very nice and soft. It's pretty powdery. Had a little bit of kick up, but not too much. This is a very pretty color. I like this color. I think it's nice, and I think it works very well with this Essential Eye Palette look. I did like the feel of the compacts, the weight of them. Even though they're plastic, they do feel nice and weighty, and they're kind of like rounded edges. They're smooth, and I do appreciate that packaging of it. So I think these blushes, especially for the 2-pack, it's currently on sale for $6.97. Now this is something I would recommend picking up. Although, to be completely fair, I don't think I would run and pick it up Like, I was so excited about the Essential Eye Palette that I would run and pick that up as a gift. I'm not sure that I would run and pick these up as a gift. They're great. Well, at least this shade is. I haven't tried the other shade. It's great. It seems to be buildable. It's working over the top of my foundation nicely. It's not patchy or pulling. It's very nice. The price really is right. I guess I just don't get as excited about blush as I do about the eyeshadow palette. It's kind of like less exciting. Even though blush is exciting, it's a little less exciting than like a whole palette. But actually, if someone is in need of blush, I think this is great. So that being said, I still don't think I'll run out and purchase it and have it on hand, even though that's a pretty good price for the $6.97 for 2 big blushes with shipping and handling included. That's pretty good. But I still don't think I'll go run and pick it up for a backup or for a friend, but I am very happy that I purchased it and happy to have this in my collection. So here is what the Love Bites shade looks like. That is it with the pan open, so you can see. Do a swatch here. It has a really soft, buttery feeling, but it almost has a, it's not a cream consistency, but it has a creamy consistency. So that's what that one looks like. I'll go ahead and swatch this Tan Lines shade for you as well, so you can get a comparison. So it's much oranger when it swatches out, but it's actually still a really beautiful shade, and I think that again would be flattering for a lot of people, a lot of skin tones, and I like it really, really well. I like the formula of this a lot. The Love Bite shade is completely matte. The Tan Line shade does have a bit of shimmer in it. It doesn't show up very strongly on the swatch, and it's hard to really see in the pan, but it does have a definite shimmer with some glitter flecks in it too. So that's definitely something worth noting as well, that this one is a more shimmery one and the Love Bite is a full matte one. So it depends on the look you're going for. Last but not least, we have the Hints Beauty Set. So let's go ahead and open this one up. So this has a highlighter and 2 different types of lip product in it, as well as the, let me open this up so we get the crinkle. So it also came with this little storage pouch, little white pouch with the little Hints name logo on it, and it has these cute little pearls on the strap, so it's a little drawstring pouch. So that came with that. Now this is still available on Costco.com, and I purchased it on sale, but it's actually on sale for even more off than what I paid for it. When I opened it, this is what I was greeted with. So this is the Lip Glow, the Radiance Balm, which is like a highlighter, and then the Water Liquid Glow. And these both are called Mood Enhancers. This is in the shade Start Over. The highlighter is in the shade Clear, and the Mood Enhancer Water Liquid Glow is in New Allure. So we will try for sure the highlighter, and then at least one of these other lip products. So this says to use your fingertip to warm it up and rub on it, and then apply it to your face using that fingertip. So don't go directly on the face. I mean, it probably will disturb your makeup if you go directly on the face. There's no real rules in makeup, but it probably will move your makeup around if you try to apply it right to the face. So best to apply it with your finger. It's a nice, weighty, feels very nice component here with the little H on the top. I really like the sturdiness of this packaging. It doesn't feel cheap at all. And here's the highlighter in this clear. It almost has like, it's opalescent, but it has like almost a hint of pink to it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rub my finger on it and then apply that to my cheek. Let's apply it to my pointer finger. And so you can see it just looks wet. It just gives a wet look. So it'll be interesting to see how it looks on the face. It feels a little like lip balm, like a very thin lip balm that I'm putting on my cheeks. You know, which sometimes people do that for that wet look, and you can apply it like even over the top of your eyeshadow. I'm not going to do that today because it makes it just fade away really fast, but you can do that for the wet look too. So this probably would, you can see how really wet and glowy this stick itself is looking. Not sure how it's transferring. Oh, on the camera, I'm not sure how well it's picking up. In person, I look wet. Before we move on, I want to look up closely and see if it has disturbed my makeup base. It's definitely giving a wet effect, but I don't feel like it disturbed my makeup base too much. I mean, a little bit in that it's this very emollient product that I've put on it, but it's not really lifting the base. It's just kind of making it a little more wet. It is literally snowing outside right now, and in like the dead of winter, I'm not really going for like the glowing look right now. I think it would be a really beautiful look in the spring and summer. Of course, I am someone with dry skin, so I do appreciate looking glowy, but I think I have such a huge contrast of how my skin is really dry right now, and I've been trying to get the moisture back in it, but it's been really dry. So my skin is kind of dry looking, so to add that, it is a little bit like, it's not the most cohesive look. It's a little bit off-putting. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't really look good either. So I think it's a good product, and I think it works well for the wet look. It's just not exactly working with my current look in the current season. I definitely want to try another day. I don't want to do it today because I do have to go somewhere after this, and I'm just about to leave, and I don't want to ruin this nice makeup look that I did, but I would really like to try it over the top of eyeshadow to see if it works as like that glossy wet look. Just because I'd like to see how it works, and I think that's kind of a fun look when you're going for it. So we'll try that another day too. But let's real quick wrap up the look. I want to try this Mood Enhancer Liquid Glow because I think this one's supposed to be really hydrating, and you just swipe this over your lips, bare lips, and then you can add layers for more color. So let's just see. Here's what it looks like. I really like this packaging. Even though it's plastic, it's a nice weighty plastic, and it feels nice and luxurious. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open this. So it's just like a lip gloss applicator with the doe foot applicator, and I'm going to apply it. It feels very light and thin. Just off the quick initial application, it does actually feel very hydrating. It felt very light, kind of like nothing going on. It has a nice pigmentation for how light and thin it feels. I will keep you updated on how hydrating it actually is, but on my dry lips, they already feel hydrated, and I think the color is really nice. It works very well with this look that we have going on today. It's totally complements the look that we've got going. I think it's like a nice natural color with more color, like more pigment than just like a nude lip. It's, you know, like a natural color that is deepened up. So I really like that. It's got like a smell to it, and this is not the first time I've referenced this, but it kind of smells like, if you remember Cherry Mary Muffin, it smells like Cherry Mary Muffin. It doesn't have like a taste or anything, and for some people that might not be a good thing, but that is a really good thing for me. Like it smells like nostalgia and yummy sweet goodness. So okay, this so far, I will have to keep you updated, but so far I really like this as well. The other one's more in like a lipstick style tube, and it's more like a balm versus a liquid gloss. And so this even says on here, tinted lip balm. So this one looks like this. It's just like more of a traditional tinted lip balm. Really like these components, really like this packaging. Again, it's plastic, but it feels weighty and it feels nice. So that's that shade. It's a little more brown than I expected. So we shall see how that one applies in another video. I will keep you updated and I will come back and we will try even more products. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed reviewing these Costco.com products. Don't forget to go and check out and see what they have available. It changes regularly. They don't have a huge selection, but they do have all these amazing cruelty-free and vegan products. They also have Tom Ford quads. They have Gucci lipstick. So if you're looking for more luxury products, they've got that there too. Of course, it's not affiliated or sponsored, but I always like a good makeup deal, and who doesn't love a good deal in general? If you liked this video and you want to see more makeup reviews and content, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. I will see you very soon in another video, but until then, take care of yourself.